well.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I think Jacqueline's very well prepared. I liked how she went to a lot of different practices. She's really seen a lot of different types and is working there as well.
I think that's very important because, like she said, optometry is more than just doing glasses, so I'm glad she had that experience. Other reasons why she's a strong candidate, besides doing all the rotations, that she did her research.
Yeah.
She knows what optometry is all about, and she's passionate. That's a big thing. She's enthusiastic about the profession, and she has her reasons for why she's choosing S.C.C.O, why she's choosing optometry, and some of the other things she's done, badminton and her travels, I think makes her a stronger candidate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think her trip to India is interesting too because she's got to see optometry in another country.
Absolutely.
And that provides an extra perspective.
And I think her background's really good too. She has great study skills. She talked about how she was a successful student, and I think that's important because that's very important when she's in our program here. And the fact that I think she's going to be a great person to talk to because of the fact that I don't see her hiding. I think she's going to come talk to us, and whenever she gets into trouble, I think she'll come talk to us. If she's doing great, I think we're going to see her shine as well. I want to see if she's got something called what we call strong emotional intelligence. That's important because can she work with her classmates to all get to the same point? Can she get through a patient and be able to talk to them, be able to work with them? Because that's one of the hardest things to do. And if we don't have that, that's what we get out of the interview. I think she was really good with that. She hit the strong point. She smiled when she needed to. She knew when it was the serious question. She answered that properly. And so when we have patients who vary from having a happy patient to someone who we have that's going blind, we have to be able to talk to them about that. I think she has the skills for that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think too, by actually spending the time to work in the practice, she would hopefully know how good she is at that, dealing with patients, being able to understand them, and being able to help them and listen to them.
Shows a lot of maturity.
Yes.
And so I think when she decided to make that decision, go to India and do that, I don't think a lot of people have the skills or the ability or even the maturity to make that type of decision and say, you know what, I'm going to spend some time out there by myself without family and work with a group of people to help other people. I think that's a very, very important aspect that we don't see in a lot of candidates, and that just makes her a stronger candidate when we see that.
I agree with that too, because it takes a lot to learn a new language, work through different cultures, work intensely from morning till night.
I know, I wouldn't be able to do that.
And be running from one town to the next. There's a lot of stress there, and still, I think it would be helpful to her because now she's learned how to do all those things and has that experience helping people.
Totally agree. Well, let's go over some red flags. For me personally, I have 3 things that I always watch for. Number 1, this is a 40-year commitment that they're going into, and so it's not just going to school and then moving on. This is something that they're going to do for the rest of their life, and I think she did beautifully. She went to various practices. It's not just a flavor of optometry. She got a full buffet. She went to different practices, got different modalities, and I think she knew what she was getting into, and that's a big thing for me. The second one is her ability to get through the program. She told us about her study skills and all the different things that she needed to do in order to do well in school, and I think she hit that as well. And the third one, I think this is the most important, is her people skills. Because when patients come back to you to build a successful practice, it's not because you have a great skill, it's because of the fact that you were able to be nice to them, they bring the family members, everything in. And she, I think, did beautifully. She communicated well. She has the personality in which you'll get patients to come back. She'll be able to talk to colleagues and all of that. And even when she was a student, I think she'll be able to work on group projects, be able to be a student leader. I think she's got all of those things. So in my opinion, the 3 red flags, I don't think she had any problems with those things.
Actually, when you said the 40-year commitment, that reminded me of something. When I think about applicants, some of them have only been to a small number of practices or a larger number of practices, but the main thing I'm interested in is when they're in the practice, have they tried to learn as much as they can?
That's more
Have they asked questions? Have they been observant? Rather than perhaps just spending a lot of time sitting at the desk and not trying to learn what it's going to be like. Also liked how Jacqueline's noticed how the task of an optometrist, not just to have people coming in out the door, but to be diagnosing and treating and making decisions. And I think that's an important component they need to think about too.
Mm-hmm. So I agree. It's quality more than quantity. But the ultimate question is, would you send yourself or any of your family member to have her be your optometrist? And if the answer is yes, then I think that's a more important thing than anything else. And in my opinion, I think it's a yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she has the skills and the drive there, and once she has the training, she'll be all set to go.
Sounds good. Well, she made good eye contact.
Yeah.
I think she answered all the questions well. She didn't think about it too much. She didn't go all over the place. I think she was very specific in her answers, and she actually answered our questions very well, actually. I don't think there was any times where we had to ask the question again or not sure what she was trying to answer. I think that was very important in my opinion.
She seemed very confident.
Absolutely.
In the interview.
Relaxed too.
Yeah, that's pretty normal to be a bit nervous and sometimes not knowing what to say.
But the thing is, most of optometry is talking to patients, and I think she's got great communication skills as well. So I think pretty much we covered all of those areas. Do you have any concerns? Because I'm trying to come up with some concerns, and I think she's doing okay.
Yeah, I think she seems very committed to finding out what she's doing and where she wants to go. So I don't think. I'm trying to find concerns.
Because I agree as well, because I think she's going to make a great student. The hardest thing for me is to know if she's going to come here or not, and that's I think a big concern, because she has applied to other schools, and I think they're going to love her as well.
Well, how'd the interview go? Okay?
Very good.
Well, hello, I'm Dr. Munroe, and what we did for you today is film a student interview, applicant interview, and I hope you enjoyed the experience. And what do you think, gentlemen? Is Jacqueline one of us? Do you think she's got what it takes to be an optometrist?
I think so, absolutely.
I think so. I hope she chooses S.C.C.O.
Yeah, that's the bigger issue.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.